Morning everyone. So this morning I've been having my normal session with Giselle, at which I ate meatloaf and mashed potato and gravy. It was a sort of Homer Simpson moment really. I felt, quite Homer-esque. And there's Marge. Morning Marge. Also today I have been interviewed for the magazine that relates to the University Health Department, I think that's what it is, by Jill. Here's Jill.
Hi everybody.
Hi Jill. Can you just tell us what's the interview for? And
yes. This will be for the Health Science Center publication here at UF called The Post.
Okay.
So everybody who's in the know in Health Science Center will read this.
What kind of circulation do you have, Jill?
About 5,000.
5,000? Wow. Well, it's a start. It's not the Times, it's not Vogue, but I've started off on my career as a media darling. And I'm just about to go down and talk to the students and to be part of a lecture down there, so let's see what I can do there to undermine everything they've learned. So I'm just about to go into this class, which is for young, first year master's students studying to become speech and language swallowing therapists. I went in there just now, had a look around. It's quite interesting. It's about 50 students in there. All of them seem to be gorgeous young women, so I think I might be going to enjoy this. Anyway, I'll see if I can get a bit of film while I'm in there. There's Giselle waving. Just had a very interesting time. I'll tell you about in a minute, but walking back to my car, I just noticed this little chap down there. I don't know what his name is. He's sitting very still, but he's definitely a real one, I promise. How about that? Today was another good day. As you saw, I had my normal sessions, but also spoke to the lady running the local magazine, which was interesting. And very interesting talking to the students who are starting out in their career in medicine, and specifically as speech and language therapists, and which is a very interesting job. I mean, you have a lot of contact with patients, potentially, and can make a big difference, as I've experienced, or not, depending on your attitude. So I spoke to them a bit about how important it is to have a real broad view of your role, rather than what I've often experienced with the medical professionals I've come into contact with, a very narrow attitude towards their function, specific function, as a technician, as a person operating within a particular narrow sphere, and that's all they really concentrate on. I was talking to these young people today about how important it is to have a wider, a broader idea about what health means, what constitutes good health, what contributes, I suppose is a better word, to good health. All aspects of self, not just the narrow physical, but also what they can do to encourage people to look after their emotional and spiritual well-being. How important that is to healing, as I found myself. So I talked to them maybe from a little bit out of left field than what they were expecting, but they seemed to listen and enjoy it, and I enjoyed it. That was fun. I feel I've achieved something, because I've been invited out to dinner by a couple of the doctors tonight who've been treating me, and I don't think they'd have invited me out to a restaurant unless they felt I was capable of eating without embarrassing everybody by coughing and spluttering. So I'm going to a Mexican restaurant tonight in just a minute, which will be fun. So I will let you know how that goes if there's anything interesting to report. So that's the end of another day, and I'll speak to you again when there's something interesting to tell you. Bye. So I have just eaten a beef burrito with a whole thing of avocado and sour cream. You can look there and see for yourself. It's all gone.
Don't forget the guacamole.
Guacamole, most of that's in me.
And the beer.
Some beer. Look at that, guys. Half a bottle of Dos Equis. My doctors recommended that. I want to make clear. I'm under the care of my doctors at all times. So any lawsuits, obviously. That was the most delicious meal. So delicious, in fact. We have to celebrate. That was a bit scary.